Mm-hmm.
I was there if they turned it over, and I was pressing to try and make them turn it over again, and then we'd have another forward kick in the goal. So it's a bit of a weird position, but I loved it. Still do like it. But midfield's probably my number one where I love.
Because you're like in the action.
Yeah, just playing against the big names in the comp, like Lee Kitchen, in the midfield. So that's my favourite thing about it.
You just want to prove them.
Yeah.
Prove that you're good enough.
Yeah, so I'm pretty disappointed not playing Claremont because they've got blokes like the Boltons. I got a lot of mates there because I went to Christchurch, which is basically all the Christchurch boys play for Claremont. That's how Morgan was at Claremont.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
Okay. Yeah, right.
So like Ben Edwards and that. He's a midfielder.
If you wanted to play with anyone, who would you pick? Any footy player
in the Waffle Comp?
Oh, let's go. Let's go Waffle Comp, and let's go.
Probably
Waffle.
Caleb Daniel. Oh, okay, yeah, Waffle. Probably Kane Mitchell. He seems like a really good leader at Claremont. Okay. So yeah, he's probably
just because of his leadership.
Yeah, and just what I've heard. I've met him a couple of times. He's a really good guy. But obviously when I play against him, I hate him. But
no,
he's a lovely guy, I think, and I'd want to play with him if I was going to play with someone in the comp. So
nice. Do you? Because he played over in Port Adelaide as well. Do you watch him much in the afternoon?
Yeah. I see all
Brian was a BT.
Yeah,
loved
so
him,
funny.
mate.
The Brian Taylor commentary is hilarious. We're watching that the other week. Yeah, because he was a good pressure midfielder as well, and he's so team orientated. So that's quite inspiring.
And you said before I said Waffle, you said Caleb Daniel. Is it because you recognise the similarities between the two?
Yeah, we're different players though, but he's gone through kind of what I'm going through, except he's so talented and he's just such a good footballer. Like when he was younger, he was on a podcast with I think it's Dylan Friends. Yeah, and I was watching the other night and the other day, and he's like just talking about what he's gone through, and I've just had like the same sort of stories. Like,
yeah, right.
You're too small. Like, why are you even trying this stuff? And yeah, so he seems like a lovely guy. So,
was there anything? Obviously, that was kind of the key takeaway. What was the one story that kind of resonated? That kind of very, very similar.
Just I think he had a coach when he was younger, just telling him like, why are you trying like to get drafted and that? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, it's every kid's dream. Like, why are you telling me this? And then he obviously ended up. That motivated him a lot. So I haven't had that specifically to my face, which, but yeah.
He's obviously very skilled as well. Like he's very, very.
He's probably got the best kick. That's probably one of my biggest flaws as well. Not flaws, but it's probably saying I'm trying to get a lot better at decision making. He's got the best skills and decision making in the comp. So I watch a lot of him. Try and get better at that.
So how do you go about trying to make that bit better, like your decision making? Do you watch a lot of footage?
Yeah, I guess it just you can watch footage, but that doesn't really help in the end. It all comes down to just training. So like pre-game, pre-training, get there, get pressure on you when you're handballing, all those drills, I guess. So
yeah, that's a good point too that you mentioned that, because you don't always, because if you want to get better in that pressure situation, you can watch a lot of footage and see all this sort of stuff, but unless you put yourself back in that same situation in training and everything else, like your pre-game.
Yeah, and I guess looking at my own game, I can go over the parts where I've been like, I got that so early. Like I've got a lot more time. I'm quicker than what I think. So I've got more time here. I could have slowed down and had to hit that target a lot instead of kicking under pressure and shanking it or whatever.
It's so hard to perceive what's going around you as well. When you're in that moment, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, I've never really, played high level football, but the way I see other people, when there's a lot of pressure on you, there's pressure to rush it.
Yeah.
Because you feel like it's everyone's cleaning in.
But I guess like looking at myself is probably the best learning.
Yeah.
Look at myself, what I've done, because it's me. I know I can
obviously
do something.
Yeah.
So,
you kick left foot and right foot? Or you're just the one-sided?
Just the left foot.
Just the left foot?
Yeah.
There you go.
Not a good left foot, but left foot.
What was the one game you had? Your efficiency was like 14%, was that right? It was pretty low.
40%?
40%, was it?
Yeah, not 14.
14. I thought it was 14.
I hope not 14. Was that when I got injured? Or it could have been.
I think it was that game.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the stat as well? That the game you got injured, was it third quarter you came off?
Yeah,
start of the third.
Yeah.
That you were leading the clearances and the tackles, or I think it was one of those two. And by the end of the game, you were still leading those.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that much, but
you didn't hear about that stat?
well, I saw contested
But yeah,
possessions.
it was contested possessions you were leading, and you're still leading it when after you didn't play for 1.5 quarters.
Yeah, that was probably one of my worst games I've had though. I think I was pretty disappointed with that because I was kind of, hate to say that, but I was playing a bit for myself, looking at the vision. Like I let Brady Gray go a couple times, and
your opponent go.
I was obviously my main focus was I win the ball. Like I want to try and win this for us, but that's just not the way to go about it. You have to do your role. Otherwise, if one bloke's not doing it right and the other 17 are, there's no point in the other 17 doing it right. So
that makes sense.
It's got to be everyone doing it. Everyone's got to be doing it. Yeah, you got to trust the process. So I might have done the clearances and the contested and the possessions, but that all means stuff all in it. Look at the scores at the end. So
100%.
So maybe if I changed and I was tighter on him and not going for myself, not going for the ball, scores could have been different.
Well, I guess it's hard as well because if you're a natural ball hunter, it's hard to kind of balance the two, right?
Yeah. I'm definitely, the coaches are trying to, obviously, because it's not a flaw hunting the ball, but because I obviously don't want, that's the best part about my game. So they don't want to tell me, like, stop hunting the ball. What are you doing? Because that's just like, a lot of blokes don't hunt the ball, which you want them to. Yeah. So they're trying to get me to balance that around stoppages mainly. Yeah. So like make sure you're touch and feel the opponent, and then when it's tapped, you know when to leave your man or to stay on your man. So it's pretty.
I guess it's hard too because you can either not go for the ball and stay on your man, or go. You can like there's two ways. You can get the ball or not get the ball. Yeah. And which is better in that situation is hard to kind of wrap your head around. Like
so, I got caught getting drawn in. I was on him. This is the very first stop. And I got caught. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. I got caught like ball watching, and I came in. And I just let him go for a millisecond, and he was bang, he was out. Like the ball went over my head. I was like, oh no, like. So I should have just stayed on him. But
I guess it's really hard because you look back on it and you go, oh, I see that now, I see that then. But in the moment, to make that decision, do you know, like it's almost impossible to know if what you're doing is the right decision until the results happen, right? It's hard to,
but exactly. So it could have. If we got it, it would have worked out perfectly.
And then it was, if the ball didn't go overhead and you just had an eye line, that's the right decision. But if it went over your head, that split second you left your opponent is now a poor decision.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a hard one to.
It's all result based, isn't it? Very.
Probably just had too much confidence with myself. But
too much confidence.
Yeah. Just leave my man thinking, I'm going to get it and that.
But you don't want to go with too little. You have too little confidence.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to, it's always play your natural game, isn't it? You don't want to go and try and fit your game around what the team needs. But
I guess when you're on one of the best players in the comp, you can't leave him because he's probably going to get it. So
that's a natural. How many games does he play? Like he's obviously
he's played loads. He was on the Freo list for a couple of years, so and he played
very
like 50 games there, I think.
So very experienced then. So that it's that weird kind of he knows where to go to get it. Like he doesn't really have to try in quotations. You know what I mean? Like it comes naturally.
Yeah, it's just he's so smart. Like I feel like the experienced players that have played so many games, they don't even. Yeah, they just know where to go. They probably only do like 10Ks a game, and I'm out there running 15 and then they're just.
It's fascinating those kind of individuals who have that ability to see what's happening before it's happened. Like, obviously you've played and you see that. You see like different individuals, different players have that ability, and it's amazing just seeing them do their work unfold, isn't it? It's crazy.
It is, It's good to watch when you're out there, but also you don't want to see it when you're playing against them.
No. But do you ever go like, you probably might not because you're competitiveness, but in a game, something like that unfolds and you sit there going, shit, that's bloody impressive.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So, a lot of times, I guess.
Who's probably the number one? Who do you kind of look to and go, holy shit, like, he's probably the most talented?
Hayden Schloith, I think. Like, he hasn't...
Who's he play for?
He's South Fremantle.
Yes.
He's having an awesome season. He didn't go state game. I don't know why he didn't travel, but he's always in there chopping up in the big games, in the big moments. So when he played us round one a couple of years ago, they killed us, and he wasn't that good because he didn't really need to be. But he's a bit like Dustin. He's like Dustin Martin in a way that if it's a close game, he's on and he's gonna play well.
That match winning.
So he's probably the one to tag in a close game.
Do you feel like when you play in a big game, like the pressure? Do you feel the weight on the pressure get to you a little bit? Do you feel like it affects your performance?
No? Not really. Even when I'm out there, like even when we've had big crowds, not big crowds, but for an Eastern Mantle game or Waffle game, if we have big crowds, I don't really notice it because I'm just so focused on the game. So
you just block it.
Block it out.
You don't hear the crowds.
No, not even. Like
that's interesting.
The only time I did was probably against Perth in that last game. I dropped an easy mark and I just heard like, "Oh,
was it right in front of the support?"
Yeah, I was, oh, so good.
Do you feel like you've missed when you have kind of skill errors and do you pick up and go again? Like
second efforts.
You say just keep telling yourself next one.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't dwell on it.
Yeah, think about it's next contest. Yeah, don't dwell on it. That's just bad mentally. They'll put you down. Really.
Because then it affects the next next contest and if you go in with that.
And we've got such good teammates, Eastern Mantle. They'll see that, and the players will just get around you and be like, "Mate, next contest, like, you've done this, you're fine. You're playing well. Just focus on the next contest, win the ball."
Do you have a favourite player you like to play against?
Oh yeah, probably Hayden Schluth as well. He probably doesn't. I see Kitchen as well.
Why? Because they're obviously pretty big name. Why are those guys?
Because they're tough and like. They're pretty mouthy, and that fires me up a bit. And I just love like those. Yeah, they've mouthed off quite a bit. Like, and it's just so fun. That's the best part of footy, I guess. Playing up against guns like that.
Just a challenge.
Challenge. Because they love the game just as much, and they're just as competitive. So
that's crazy. What do you like to do outside of footy? What keeps you entertained?
Quite a bit. Just catch up with mates and that. Trying to start my apprenticeship at the moment in electrical. So obviously that's held back now. I guess, not a lot though. Footy's pretty big at the moment.
What about don't surf?
A bit. A lot of different sports. My brother's obviously, he's a golfer. So play a lot of golf.
Do you fancy yourself? You pretty good golfer or are you a hack?
I'm okay. When I play,